Hey everyone, it's me Hallease, endeavoring to persevere, as always, back with another video. If you're new here, I make videos about my chaotic good life. Subscribe, follow, social media, all of the things. So this video is gonna be a pop and parlay. If you are new to my channel, pop and parlay is just the little series I've made where I sit and separate my locks to help maintain them, because I have semi-freeform locks, which means I don't do the sort of traditional methods of maintaining my hair to keep my locks separated. I just kind of pop and separate them, hence pop and parlay. So in this video, as the title will probably suggest, I'm giving y'all an update on the move of 2023. And I just want to let y'all know how that's going, because I want y'all to hold me accountable to officially leaving the States. Before we get started though, I've switched shampoos, but really it's like All Reliable, just a new flavor of All Reliable, if you will. So for the most part, I usually use Trader Joe's Tingle Tea Tree shampoo because it's very widely available, minimal buildup, etc., because it just is nice, you know, and it gives that sort of nice clean smell with the tea tree, all that kind of fun stuff. All Reliable, Trader Joe's. So, and it's like super inexpensive. It's like $3, $4. Maybe with inflation now, it might be a solid $5 with inflation now. I recently decided to switch back over to Head and Shoulders, but using their shea butter one. Not really because I think it's like any better than the regular Head and Shoulders, but more just for the smell. I just kind of really like the smell of it. So that's what I'm using now for the time being, until I maybe do another pop and parlay and let y'all know that I've switched products yet again. But if you ask, that is what I'm using right now to wash my hair. You know, I like it. My hair feels nice and light with it. I like it. And then to moisturize my locks, which I have made before, I have explained this in a YouTube short as well, but to moisturize my locks, I use Dr. Bronner's organic hair rinse to moisturize my hair, and I only do that like once a month, if that. The main way I moisturize my hair is just by honestly getting in the shower and letting the water run over my hair as I'm naturally showering, just letting the moisture hit my hair. Like, I don't use shower caps or anything like that. I just purely let the moisture hit my hair, and that's enough. So yeah, all that being said, let's work on separating my locks. If you see some water on my shirt, it's because usually I like to do these videos in the morning after I've taken a shower and my hair's like 60% dry, more or less. But today I woke up early, did a workout with Joe, and then I also had to go to a doctor's appointment, so it's like, so I had to kind of re-moisturize my hair a little bit, get it a little wet, so that way I wouldn't do this on dry hair. I personally don't pop and separate on dry hair. I like it to be a little damp, a little moist to make it easier to do. And so I'm just gonna start on this side and then talk to y'all. So, Atlanta, okay? Here's what we're doing. Here's how that's going. Patreon producers, you're already been done known about this because I be keeping y'all up to date. But here's the goal. So in March, we are planning to go to Atlanta. I already booked the tickets. We are gonna be in Atlanta for about a week to try and find a place. So my goal in March when we go, which is this month by the time this video comes out, but my goal is for us to sign a lease somewhere and, you know, be ready. And the idea is to move by May, like be over there by May. We have also started to work with a realtor to, you know, see what's available. We've been talking to her, it's been sort of informal just because, you know, we reached out a bit early. And to be frank, I know that usually like realtors don't make much commission off of renters generally. So, you know, I'm not expecting a lot of help from a realtor. It's more just like, can you point us in the right neighborhoods based on, you know, what we plan to pay in rent and what, you know, areas you think would just be good for a relatively young artistic couple moving to the city. So yeah, right now it's looking like it'll be more towards the southeast of Atlanta. There's a few neighborhoods or just areas that we're paying more attention to than others. Midtown's cute or whatever, but like Midtown prices are not cute. So, yeah. And even just like doing some quick ancillary searches online, comparing rent prices here in San Antonio, where I'm currently based, to Atlanta, it is a price increase, that I am prepared to do, but it's not too crazy of a price increase. I feel like it's anywhere from $300 to $500 price increase for like the same type of apartment that you could get here in San Antonio, good location, this, that, and a third. You would expect to just pay anywhere from $300 to $500 more in Atlanta for that equivalent, That's what I'm seeing. So hopefully, it's a productive visit. And again, the goal is to try to, rent. Go ahead and sign a lease. Because then we can, I'm doing the other side. Then we can ideally move by May. Isn't that crazy, y'all? May. But thank you to everybody who commented, with your pros and cons of moving to Atlanta specifically. I appreciated that. In the last Pop and Parlay, y'all really went in the comments and just gave me so much food for thought. I was taking mad notes in the comments, bruh. Okay, bet, noted, And I appreciated that some of y'all were firmly disagree. And I was like, you know what? And that's your business. So, yeah, I get it. Ooh, come on. But this is all I do to maintain my locks. So many of y'all will comment how often do you retwist? What do you do? This, that. Just this. I just sit here and just make sure everything is separating as I go. And yeah, that's it. And it usually doesn't take me very long. I'd say the only reason it even takes as long as it does is because I'm talking to you in the video, But usually I can do this in 10 minutes. And it's also because, my locks are pretty mature. I think my locks are 7, 8 years old, something crazy. The time really does fly when you just don't pay attention, you know what I'm saying? You just live your life and just do you, One thing I am concerned about is with the move. I'm slightly concerned about just here in San Antonio, Mr. Hallease and I have really we live in downtown, you know what I'm saying? We live in the hustle bustle of it all. And because I really just enjoy that for the most part. There are things about, and people who do semi-big city in the midst of it living, there are things about it that are frustrating. Here in San Antonio, for example, nobody believes in mufflers here. So if you have an apartment downtown, it's just loud. It's just, the ambient is just loud. And so that's frustrating. But at the same time, I love the walkability of where we are right now in San Antonio. I am not hesitant to give it up, but I'll be sad to not have potentially the same kind of access purely because of budget. There's what you want and then there's what you can afford, period, And so I am hoping that the benefits of the move professionally will outweigh sort of and these are such privilege problems, but outweigh sort of the quality of life sort of struggles that might have to arise, in the process. of moving. Something else I'm concerned about too is what I'm gonna do with my plants. Y'all, I have very mature plants, you know, that I'm grappling with, realizing like some of these babies ain't gonna be able to make the move with me. And so I've also started to touch base with some friends and be like, hey, do you want a 6-foot fiddle fig? And whatnot, you know, just to gauge their interest. Because yeah, it's mainly the fiddle fig, this guy back here. It's mainly the fiddle fig that I think it's so tall it won't be able to make it. What I'm planning to do, and let me know in the comments if y'all have another idea about this, but what I'm debating doing for the move is if we ship our cars, and I think I saw Joe Franco do this when she bought a house. Like, I know she like bought a house and her mom lives in that house now or something like that. This happened like a while back. But something she did in the vlog I watched from her was that when she shipped her car, she just put the plants in her car and shipped them and like put them in the car and just, you know, shipped the car to the house. And it worked, like they were good, you know? So I think that's tentatively my goal for getting the bulk of my plant babies, you know, to come with us on the move. Because, you know, now that I don't have a dog anymore, now that Dakota is no longer with me, the plants really do be keeping me company. I talk to them. I talk to my plants. I ask them how they're doing. We spend time together. So I am like potentially bummed to not necessarily have to start over, but just have to say goodbye to certain plants and like our relationship end. Amicably, but end. All that to say, Locs are thriving, but all that to say, that's what's going on with me and Mr. Hallease in regards to moving out of the state of Texas. The other thing, as a complete other aside too, is that Stumblewell, my production company, is based here. So while we necessarily may not always be here anymore in Texas, I will always be like drawn to the state, because when I'm not here making videos online for all of y'all and building and fostering community online here, I'm behind the camera producing content for other entities that are based here in Texas. And so yeah, just because I'm moving to another state doesn't mean I'm not going to, like, my company's based here, so I still have clients here, so I'm always going to be doing stuff here too. And I'm cool with that, you know? I feel like in an ideal situation for me, and this is getting like super inside baseball of like being an entrepreneur, creative-y, businessy person, but my overall goal is to actually like have Stumblewell be based in 2 locations. I think that would be so baller to have Stumblewell have an office here in San Antonio and an office in Atlanta, and like 2 locationing it up. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's me. Locs look good. Locs feel good. If you're new here, I make videos about my chaotic good life. Subscribe, follow, social media, all of the things. Big shout out to my Patreon producers, patreon.com/Hallease. There you get early access to content, exclusive content, merch. It's a good time, okay? And I'll see you when I see you. Bye.